with the big story of the day. Just a couple of days ahead of Prime Minister Modi and President Donald Trump's meeting on the sidelines of the G7 meeting in France, US and India ties have taken a slight hit. Earlier this week, US forces targeted 3 merchant vessels carrying Indian crew members. The strikes on those vessels, in fact, off the coast of Oman, killed 3 Indian sailors. At first, Indian Foreign Ministry summoned a US diplomat in the national capital twice in the last 3 days to convey the deepest concern over the ongoing attacks. And then External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar dialed U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He told his American counterpart that such lethal actions against the commercial shipping are not justified. But the White House, we're learning, has stated that all the commercial vessels should immediately comply with the orders from the U.S. forces in the Strait of Hormuz, and that violations in the U.S. blockade and the illegal transport of the Iranian oil will not be tolerated. So that is the latest as far as the killing of 3 Indian sailors are concerned. On that, we have a breaking update coming in. Back in India, politics has started over this. The Congress leader, we're talking about Rahul Gandhi here, has attacked the Prime Minister over the deaths of 3 Indian sailors, saying that the response has been too weak. Rahul Gandhi has also pointed out that even after India's protest, the United States has neither expressed any regret or offered an apology regarding the same. He said that no country should accept such treatment from the foreign powers. Reviving his compromised Prime Minister charge, Rahul Gandhi has also accused the Prime Minister of staying silent and failing to stand up for India's honor. So that is the latest we are learning as far as the politics over this is concerned. And not just Rahul Gandhi, many of the opposition leaders are questioning the response that is coming from the Indian government. And back in India, as we told you, the politics has started. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has attacked the Prime Minister over the death of 3 Indian sailors, saying that his response and his government's response has been too weak. He has also pointed out that even after the protest that was registered by India, the US has neither expressed any regret or offered any sort of apology. And he has also gone on to say that no country should accept such a treatment from the foreign power and a country which it calls a friend. And he has also revived the compromised Prime Minister charge. Let me get you more perspective and go across to my colleague Sabyasachi, who's been tracking all the details. Sabyasachi, back in India, politics has started. We heard the reaction coming in from Rahul Gandhi. Take us through how the government and also the Bharatiya Janata Party, they have reacted to the charge that is coming from the opposition leaders, mainly that the response of the government has been too weak.
Well, see, it is important to note that all these versions are coming from the phone call that happened between S. Jaishankar and Marco Rubio, because the External Affairs Ministry clearly said that they have put across their point strongly to the US counterpart, but we have seen the kind of response that have come in from the office of Marco Rubio, where they have not condemned, or in that particular reaction you could not see any sort of regret. Now, several opposition parties, specifically the Congress party, including the leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, Manish Tiwari, and other leaders from the Congress party like Mr. Pawan Khera, all of them have strongly reacted to the statement that has come in from the United States. Now, the Congress party says that the present government in the country is listening to the US statement like an obedient servant, because they have to comply to the orders, and they have been continuously calling the government and Prime Minister Narendra Modi as compromised, and the entire foreign policy of our country has collapsed. Meanwhile, the reaction also coming in from the government, stating that they have reacted strongly after 3 Indian sailors lost their life. Now, the Congress party saying that the Indian government should have made it clear to the US counterpart that they cannot use a weapon against a commercial vessel, and they cannot use missiles and other methods to target the merchant ships. So these statements coming in from the Congress party, and the Congress party continuously targeting the government and questioning that why is the government silent? Why hasn't the Prime Minister or any other senior leaders have strongly reacted to the kind of words and the statement that has been released from the US?
Also, in fact, repeating the compromise Prime Minister jibe by Rahul Gandhi. In fact, he has hit out at the Prime Minister saying that his response to the entire situation has been too weak. Thanks so much, Sabyasachi, for getting us all those details. Now, remember, US President Donald Trump had earlier, in fact, accused Iran of trying to carry out a drone attack on the Indian ships leaving the Strait of Hormuz. He said that this was totally unacceptable. In other words, he put the blame on Iran for killing 3 Indian sailors. Interestingly, while the US military Central Command has claimed that the crew repeatedly failed to comply with the directions from American forces, the ship manager has now rejected those claims that it ignored the warnings or was carrying Iranian crude oil as well. But while the government deals with the tricky geopolitical situation, back at home, the political knives, as we told you, are out. Listen in to the reactions coming in.
Ulta chor kotwal ko dante. You've killed our people. You have to apologize. Unconditional apology. There are international laws governing. You can't attack a commercial vessel of a third country in a conflict. There is a San Rome manual which governs it. There is the Geneva Convention of 1949 which governs it. And there are additional protocols that govern. Why was Mr. Jaishankar so apologetic? We've lost lives. We should have demanded apology, unconditional apology. But look at the international humiliation. And I don't understand why we did not open our mouth when INS Dena.
वर्तमान केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार की विदेश नीति 100% फेल है और लगातार भारत की गरिमा को ठेस पहुंचाई जा रही है। हमारे 3 नागरिक मारे जाते हैं, उसके बाद वहां के सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट मार्को रूबियो, जब विदेश मंत्री जयशंकर से बात होती है तो वो कहते हैं कि अगर अमेरिका के ब्लॉकेट का उल्लंघन होगा तो व्यवहार ऐसा ही होगा। विदेश मंत्री को तत्काल इस्तीफा देना चाहिए। भारत सरकार के प्रधानमंत्री को ये नैतिक अधिकार नहीं रहा कि वो प्रधानमंत्री रहे, उन्हें इस्तीफा देना चाहिए। उन्हें देश संभल नहीं रहा है।